Hello everyone, welcome to Tropical Bonsai Live. I'm back with another exciting video, and this one is about a very rare specimen that you'd probably not find in nurseries or even in documented YouTube videos. This is a weeping tamarind, which by its own nature grows in this particular form. What you see in front of you is how this tree grows even in the nature. The branches swoop down by its own and does not need guy wires or wiring for it to take this form. I hadn't pruned this tree in a long time because I had repotted it this year, and I think it is the right time for me to do some pruning and give this tree the right shape it needs. As you can see, it is very dense in foliage, and from what I have seen in comparison to the other tamarind trees that I have in my collection, the nodes of this leaves are slightly closer to each other. That kind of gives it a very lush and green look when it is growing at full vigor. The branches are very nicely placed by its own, and it does not need help. The drooping branches give the tree a very natural look, and it makes it look like a very old tree, even though it isn't. In my estimation, I have this for 7 years. I think this tree is no more than 12 or 13 years old at the maximum, and it still looks like a very mature specimen. As you can see, there are plenty of branches for selection, and we have a lot of options over here. Even though the tree does look very natural, I think it can do with a lot better branch placements. I'm going to take a moment to decide where I cut this branch, depending upon where I want the growth, whether it should be the left or the right hand side. And I want it on the left hand side, so I'm going to cut it there, not below, because I want it to come out from the left hand side. As you can see, some branches have grown very long, and they just might be in the right place where you want the branch to be. But in bonsai, we look for ramifications. Even if the branch is in the right place and the right length, we want to cut it down to a length where we can have a new node either growing left or right. That actually adds a lot of age and character, which is what we want to achieve in bonsai. This branch is a problem. It is coming out and not in the right place. The tree itself, I feel, is slightly at an angle. In the next repotting, I'm going to correct that and make the tree look a little bit more upright for the correct styling. But I'm worried about this branch, and I will obviously think 100 times before I cut it off, because once you do, you have to wait for a long time for something like that. And it's also a very mature branch which has taken some time to grow, and it's not green anymore. I think I'm going to take it off, but I'm going to measure from all possible directions, collect my thoughts before I take the plunge. It does give the tree an odd shape to an extent about how it is coming out. So let me clear some branches up before I decide what to do with it. By the time I'm done, most of these branches would be gone. But I do not want to make a mistake of taking a branch out which ideally should have been there. What is very important is to know which side you want the new shoot or which side you want the new branch. So we just do not prune based on what length you want. You want to see which side the node is, because that is where the new shoot is going to come out from. And in most cases, we can predict this very accurately just by observing the nodes properly. I need to take a very good look here because once we take a very strong step like chopping a woody branch off, we are cutting back on at least a few years of growth. And if it's the right decision, it's obviously going to give the tree a lot better look. But if it's the wrong one, it can really set the tree back by a few years. So I think I'm going to take this off, but making sure it does not come back and haunt me. I think I'm ready to take the plunge. And off it goes. You can see immediately there's an uplift of the outlook of the tree, and that's what we want to achieve. And that kind of makes the next decision a lot more clearer once you have that area opened up a little bit more. Two branches crossing each other is never a good thing. We'll have to decide which one. I think I'm going to take this one off so that the new shoot grows in the right side and not the left. Here I go. I mean, the long branches have to go. The ones with ramifications can remain. The ones without can be chopped back until they build some ramifications. The two branches on the top are worrying me, and I think I need to wire them. Yeah, that one and the one next to it. I obviously will speed through this. Wiring is definitely an art, but it's not that difficult also. Choosing the right gauge of wire is very, very important. If these are soft branches, which these are, the gauge I'm using is, if I'm not wrong, 1.6 millimeter thick aluminum wires. And the gauges go up to as thick as the ones that I have, probably 5 or 6 mm, and that's a significant amount of bending power that it has. I'm gonna show you some of my trees where I've used wires as thick as 5 or 6 mm, and it still was not sufficient, so I had to use some guide wires to make the branch bend. We'll get to that in the near future. This branch is now in place where I want it to be. Obviously, as you can see, it now has ramification. It's going to have two new shoots, one on the left, one on the right, and I can decide what to do with it. Again, this one too is just not looking good where it's leaning inside towards the trunk. It has got good potential, and I'm going to turn it slightly towards the right if this is going to be my front, which most likely will be, because the other side I have a branch which is pointing towards the viewer. And I'm not deciding today. This tree has a long journey ahead. It's still very, very beautiful, but it can grow into a lot better specimen. With this side sorted, it's time for looking on the other side. Fewer branches here. Hope for a lot more ramifications. I will wire these to get a better thing going on this side, and probably hope for a lot more foliage to balance the tree on this side. wiring becomes a lot more easier with fewer branches in the way. Otherwise, it can be a very tough exercise sometimes. I think we are good from a wiring standpoint. All the other branches are where I want them to be. And I'm going to give this a very thorough watering and not disturb or prune the tree for at least a few months. I hope you liked this particular tree. This is one of the 4 tamarinds that I have, and I look forward to sharing some of my other trees with you in the upcoming videos. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and have a great day ahead.